Hi everyone, I'm Kirsten Adler of Explore Movement, and today I'm showing a ab-focused routine. So let's get started. Come onto your hands and knees, and just start with warming up the back with some cat-cow. So you'll bring your shoulders over your wrist, knees under your hips, and you'll round your back up to the ceiling, and then move the other way, rolling your tail and your chest up, moving back and forth, rounding your back, and arch. One more time, round and arch. And then come to an in-between place, somewhere between that cat-cow, and I think I'm gonna just take this moment to tie my hair up off my face. So in that in-between place, you'll take a side-to-side cat. I also like to call this sexy cat. You'll take your tail and your head and chest to one side, and then back to center, and then to the other side. So you might get a little stretch here through the side seam of your body. And to the other side, you'll take this one more time each side. And then come back to center. You can bring your big toes together, widen your knees a bit. You're gonna sweep your right arm up, turning your chest towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're gonna thread the needle. Thread that arm through, coming to rest on top of your shoulder, and again push into the standing hand to bring you up. Exhale to twist. One more time, reaching up and rotate. Now stay here. You can push the hand that's on the floor down just to give you a little more twist. Should feel like a nice stretch. Take 2 more breaths. Push the hand into the floor to come back to center. And we'll take the other side, sweep that left arm up, turn the chest, and exhale, thread the needle. 2 more times, reach the arm up. Before any sort of ab work, I know from my body and many of my clients' bodies, they just need some spinal mobility first, kind of need to unglue the back if it's feeling a little stiff. You'll stay in the twist, and then with that movement of the spine, they can access their abdominals a little better. And then come back to center, and you'll swing your legs around with your knees bent and your feet. You can sort of choose your own adventure here, feet together or feet a little bit apart, and see what your hips like right now. Hold on to the backs of the thighs to find to bring yourself a little closer towards the tops of your butt bones. And then as you exhale, you're gonna curve your spine back. So just extend your elbows, stay here. Imagine your back opening like a hammock, so your abdominal wall can just fall right into that hammock. And then use your arms to bring you up. Try that 2 more times. Exhale, rounding back, elbows extend. You're really using your arms right now to help your spine out, help your belly out. Don't worry, in a moment, we'll make this a little bit more intense for the abdominals. And come back up. Okay, so here we go. You're gonna roll down and let your hands slide down your legs until you find maybe that challenging shaky spot. And just stay there for a moment, heavy heels. And exhale, come forward and up. Try that again. Exhale, rolling back. You could slide or walk your hands down your legs. Abdominals still falling in, and come forward and up. One more time. Exhale. Stay there. Maybe take the arms off. Take another breath in. This time, exhale. Continue all the way down onto your back. Okay, so you're going to slide your feet a little bit closer for a little bridging. Press into your feet. Roll your spine up. Breathe in at the top. Exhale. Roll your spine down. Again, exhale. Roll your spine up. And down. Again, just getting a little more juice in the back and the spine. One more time. And down. From here, you're going to bring your legs up to a table. So one leg up, other leg up. You'll flex your feet, bring your legs together. Open your hands just a little bit away from you, palms pressing into the floor, and you'll take your knees to one side, your shoulders stay weighted, and then steer your pelvis back to center, to the other side. And steer your pelvis back to center. So I like to inhale on the way into the twist and then exhale to come back. But you can play with whatever breath feels better in your body. One more time each side. From here, we'll take some heel taps. So as you exhale, tap one heel towards the floor. Imagine you're putting on your low-cut jeans here. Come back up and to the other side. Exhale, tapping down and up. So your abdominals are responding to that leg lowering. So the intensity dials up as the leg moves away, and then it gets a little easier as the leg comes up. If you feel like if you find that your back is going with the weight of the leg like this, kind of arching, or if your belly wall is really pushing up and bulging, then make the movement a little smaller, right? You want your abdominals to flatten and your back to stay relatively still here. One more time each side. And then hug the knees in, make any movements that feel good. You could circle your knees or rock side to side. And then set your feet on the floor, about hip width apart. Take your hands and interlace your fingers together and hold the base of your skull with your hands. You're going to take your elbows, wrap them slightly up to the ceiling, and slide your shoulder blades down your back. As you exhale, belly falls in as you lift your head and shoulders off of the floor. So taking a little peek towards the tops of your thighs, and then lower it down. Exhale to come up. Keep your butt nice and soft, and lower back down. Exhale it upward. I'm really supporting my head and my hands here so that I'm thinking less about my head and neck moving and more about my upper spine coming off the floor. Let's take a slight variation. So you're going to come up, heavy feet. Take your arms to hold the backs of your legs and just see if you can give yourself a little more of a lift using your hands. And then maintain that lift as you take your hands behind your head again and lower back down. 2 more of those. Exhale, come up. Holding on backs of the legs. Peel yourself up just a little more. Hold again. And lower. One more time. Exhale up. Hold on to the backs of the legs. Pull yourself up a little extra bit. And then look mono hands. And lower down. From here, you're going to hug your knees in. Say, good job, body. And then rock up to sitting. And let's come back to those roll downs. So you'll take your arms now out in front of you. Feel free to use your hands on your legs if you need. You're going to exhale, roll all the way down onto your back. Try not to crash. Take your arms overhead. Pause here for a moment and make sure that in reaching your arms over your head, your ribs aren't flaring up to the ceiling, right? So soften those ribs down. And then exhale, reach the arms forward, nod chin towards the chest. You're going to roll all the way up. Use that exhale to help you again. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, arms reach behind you. Exhale, arms come forward. Nod the chin. Ooh, rolling up one more time. Back down. Breath in and exhale. And up. Okay, so you're going to come back on the hands and knees now. And from here, you're going to lower yourself down onto your forearms and hips. You can have your palms facing down, or you can have your hands and fists here. Start by pushing into the floor with your forearms to lift your chest up. I'm going to think a little bit of my sitting bones reaching to my heels. So my lower back gets a little longer and my belly gets a little bit lighter on the floor. Then on an exhale, I'm going to look towards the floor. I'm going to lift my low belly, lift my pelvis, and lift my thighs off the ground. So I'm in this modified plank pose. Really send your elbows strongly into the floor here, and then lower down. Lower the hips, pelvis, and belly. Chest pulls forward. Again, 2 more times. Exhale, look down, belly, pelvis, thighs up. Breathe in and exhale, lower down. And 1 more time. Exhale, put those low cut jeans on as you lift up. Abdominals are knitting in. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll it down. And then push all the way back into a child's pose for a moment. You have a nice stretch of the arms. You can rock a little bit. You can walk your arms from side to side. And then just as a nice stretch after all that contracting, you'll lie on your back again. Take your arms to an overhead V and your arms and legs out to an X is what I'm trying to say. I've got the wrong letter of the alphabet. So you're in this X shape, and as you exhale, you're going to just reach one arm across to your other hand, and that's going to roll your body over so you're resting on the side of your hip. And I find that if I feel find a little more of like an upward movement in the front of my belly, up through my hip points, I get a better stretch here. So I'm finding this dynamic reach between this top hand and the back leg. Like somebody's pulling me in 2 directions. And then the reach of the leg is going to roll me onto my back, other side. Sweep it across. Reach the top hand, and that back leg away from each other. Keep that lift through the front of the belly here. Take another breath. And then roll onto your back. So if you have time, you can repeat that stretch a couple more times. It can feel really good. And that is it for today. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.